News tonight, stakeholders commend Anambra State past and present leaders for their contributions in developing the state. Asia donates multi-million naira medical equipment to General Hospital Enugu. Federal government moves to regulate social work practitioners. Over 30 people killed, many wounded in Baghdad violent clash. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround, maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening and welcome to the news. My name is Chidimma Oranwa. Stakeholders have continued to commend Anambra State present and past leaders on their various contributions in developing the state, describing it as unprecedented and holistic. This was the highlight of stakeholders' reaction on the state's 31st year anniversary, marked yesterday, that is August 27. Correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo reports.
Anambra State has since its creation in August 1991 had its fair encounter of both good and bad governance from the military and civilian governments who in various degrees showed keen interest in the development of all sectors of the state economy. Lending his voice on the celebration, a lecturer at the Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University and Vicar Church of Pentecost, Ukpo, Dunukofia Council area, Reverend Canon Uchenna Mifekwem observed that Anambra State from inception has been blessed with good leaders who in various capacities contributed their quota in the development of the state. Reverend Canon Onifekwem expressed optimism that Professor Chukwuma Soludo will creditably surpass the achievements of his predecessors. So according to him, he started well and has already shown qualities of a good leader in his pragmatic efforts to reposition the state. Speaking, the incumbent chairman, Awka North President General Forum, and immediate past President General of Amansi Community, Chief Celestin Weze, and a stakeholder from Enugu Agedi Community, Prince Emeka Egwekwe, expressed hope that Anambra State will continue to work stronger, pointing out that programs and policies of the present administration are targeted at the well-being of the entire Anambra.
Anambra State government has been doing a very wonderful something. From the session of P2B to Chief Obiano, Uli Obiano, and now Soludo, His Excellency. We have been recording tremendous progress, and we believe that now with this present administration, we can supersede whatever the development of other ones has done.
I give God the glory for every single year we add to the years we are. Thank God for giving us this grace to make us a people that are blessed with all manner, your little beginning. And that's the Anambra man for you. We'll be selling pure water today. Tomorrow we'll be a multi-billionaire in water selling. And this is us. We have an address. We know what we do. We know where we are coming from. This same governor that has come in, the Soludo, we know, has become one of those that has the spirit of those in the Anambra in heart. And we want to assure him that we will join hands with him to make Anambra greater.
For the principal, Amide Secondary School Onitsha, Lady Obiageli Ofedu, and the immediate past President General of Enugu Community, Comrade Bonio Zonkwako, though the Anambra have been supportive to successive administrations, more of the citizens' support and cooperation are still needed for the actualization of the new Anambra by the present administration.
In our 31st year, well, it has not been easy, but I thank God. So far, so good. And believe in God that better things are on the way. Anambra is getting to a higher level. And I know that the God we serve will continue to lift us higher.
In Awka, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo, reporting for ABS News.
Over 200 persons were arrested and tried for defaulting Anambra State environmental laws. The individuals were arrested and tried at Magistrate Court, Oka, and other mobile courts that sat in different parts of Oka. They were arrested last weekend during the statewide compulsory monthly sanitation exercise. Correspondent Chibuzo Obidike has details.
The August edition of the monthly sanitation exercise was remarkable as enforcement was intensified in many parts of the state as major markets, transport parks and shopping malls complied to the directive. Pedestrians who defied the compliance were forced to trek distances to beat the enforcement of the sanitation within the hours of the exercise, while some others were apprehended to face the full wrath of the law. Speaking to the ABS, the Commissioner for Environment, Anambra State, Engineer Felix Odumegwu, said the season of neglecting the environment and waiting for the government are gone, as every Anambran visitor will be held accountable for their environment. He called on stakeholders in communities not to disobey government orders, as the law is not respecter of persons, wondering why Governor Chukwuma Soludo and Iwen Emeka Achebe will be involved in sanitation exercise and some individuals will continuously default on the directive.
The Anambra State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Afam Obidike, has commissioned the medical equipment worth millions of naira donated to the Enugu General Hospital by the Anambra State Health Insurance Agency, ASHIR. The commissioning was done at the premises of the hospital in Njikoka local government area. Correspondent Chibuzo Okoye was there and filed on this report.
To make it to be a good success to serve our people. I bear my commission to Jesus. Amen.
The items donated by Ashia were automated chemistry analyzer designed to measure different chemicals in a number of biological samples quickly with zero or minimal human interference, automated 3-part hematology analyzer for rapid analysis of blood specimen, electrophoresis machine for genotype test, as well as a 7.5 kVA solar power system. Commissioning the equipment, Dr. Obidike said that what the agency has done is in keeping with the agenda of Governor Chukwuma Soludo in ensuring that the state has modern equipment in terms of medical service delivery. The commissioner, who said that health insurance is vital in achieving universal health coverage, thanked the Acha boss, Dr. Onyemechi, for a job well done.
This is actually in keeping with the agenda of the Professor Charles Soludo, that ensuring that we have the modern technology, the modern equipment in treating our people. And sincerely, it's a wonderful thing, because we found out that is the thing we talk about insurance. When we have a number of people in under insurance, it will help us to provide the resources to finance the health services.
The managing director of Anambra State Health Insurance Agency, Dr. Simeon Onyemechi, in his speech noted that the agency used the innovative financing model to do the third phase of the intervention, and that they installed the solar power system to protect the equipment from power surge, all in a bid to serve their enrollees and the general public better.
The entire essence is to serve our enrollees better and the general population that General Hospital Enugu serves, which is this is their catchment area, Enugu and communities around it, and by extension, Anambra State in general. Today puts to rest the fact that a general hospital of this standard will have to refer patients out for full blood count investigations, for chemistry investigations, and all of that. So good days are here, and we are actually happy that Ashia is able to do this over 10 million naira investment in this facility using this innovative financing.
While thanking the Anambra State Health Insurance Agency for the donation, the Chief Medical Officer of Enugu General Hospital, Dr. Frank Ifaneme, promised that they will make judicious use of the facilities.
We feel very happy to have it with us. Prior to now, we used to send samples outside to service our patients, but with this thing now, we have to do everything in-house to meet our own benefit and to the satisfaction of our patients.
From Enugu General Hospital in Njikoka local government area, this is Chibuzo Okoye for ABS News.
His Royal Highness Igwe Surgeon Mark Anyoha JP of Obunka Community in Orumba South Local Government Area of Anambra State has celebrated his 2022 New Yam Festival, known in the area as Ifejioko. The festival, which commenced with a holy mass officiated by the parish priest of St. Monica's Catholic Church, Obunka, Reverend Father Jeremiah Okafo, was graced with the presence of the chairman, Anambra State Traditional Rulers Council, Orumba South, and traditional ruler of Norvija, Igwe Clifford Okeke, his Owereze Kala and Iziaga counterpart, Igwe Thomas Obunnaya, and Igwe Bernard Emejo. Correspondent Joseph Iwater has details.
Performing the symbolic ritual, Igwe Anyoha said the festival is a special moment for members of the community to thank God for preserving lives during planting season and bountiful harvest of yam, the king of other crops, and promised cash reward to farmers in future. He prayed for peace in Obunka community, the state and nation at large, and expressed the community's delight over Soludo administration's appointment and reappointment of Obunka indigenes, pledging unalloyed support of his subjects for the success of his administration.
Ihe a wee mume ndị nna nna anyị ha mega before uwe iri ji Obunka a na-akpọ Ifeji ọkụ. Anyị na-ayọcha ego Obunka bịa mere anyị ebere n'ụbọchị nwe anyị ga-eri ji. Alela ndị nọbịa ha abịa isi different villages wee bịa nsi kalaka ọbụla ha si wee bịa ndị na abroad ndị nọ ebe ha nọ wee bịa sị ka ha bịa nọnyere anyị n'ụbọchị nke taata Chineke iji eme mgbe ha ga-ala ihe mberede nke okporo ụzọ wefugara ha. Chineke Obunka anyị na-ayọ kalaka ọbụla ndị Obunka nọ mala ụlọ mala ụzọ ije wee mepere ha ụzọ e were ịwa ji wee mepere ha ụzọ. Chineke bịa mere anyị ebere bịa weta udo na-efere anyị n'Obunka bịa weta na nwanne hụ nwanne ya amalọ nwanne hụ nwanne ya ụmụazị hụ okenye amalọ okenye nwoke ala abụrịla okenye ugwugore ọkwadịghị ọwụ.
Among others that attended the event, the traditional Prime Minister of Obunka, Chief Matu Ezeabiekwa, an illustrious son of Obunka, Chief Sunday Ndubisi, and the APGA Chairman of Orumba South Local Government Area, Mr. Godwin Egwonwu, described Ifejioko Festival as a unifying factor in the community and called for sustainable development in the community. Members of Amaala Obunka, led by the chairman, Chief Pius Ozemena, Umuada Obunka, led by the chairlady, Mrs. Godgift Tabo, attended the cultural festival that featured masquerade displays, as well as distribution of tubers of yam, bags of rice, and cartons of noodles to selected individuals and groups. From Obunka, in Orumba South Local Government Area, Joseph Ebocha reporting for ABS News.
Police operators on the 29th day of August 2022 at about 3 p.m. while on patrol along Amobala Obu Highway recovered one abandoned black Mercedes 4MATIC ML 350 Jeep with registration number Abuja RBC 527AL, one AK-47 live ammunition and some criminal mags. Preliminary information released by the SP Kenga Tochukwu PPRO, Anambra State Police Command, shows that the vehicle is suspected to have been snatched by criminal elements who had an accident on their way to yet unidentified location. The armed robbers abandoned the vehicle inside a gutter and fled the scene. Meanwhile, police operatives have intensified patrol in the area aimed at apprehending the criminal elements. The command also invites anyone or group looking for such vehicle, as highlighted above, to come to Anambra State Police Command, ORCA, with a valid proof or evidence of ownership for scrutiny and possible collection, please. Still to come on the news tonight, federal government moves to regulate social work practitioners. Over 30 people killed, many wounded in Baghdad violence clash. Here's a special message. The Anambra cannot allow criminal elements to hold the state and the people to ransom. Donate generously to the Anambra State Security Trust Fund, which has been set up to raise money for combating insecurity in the state. The news returns after this timeout. Please join us again.
So you gotta have a smile, no matter what it takes. Gotta take your bliss now, and love the way it tastes. Feel the pure bliss burst from the toes to your face. Gotta take your bliss now. Feel the bliss today.
Light up your day anywhere, even at home, with the rich, creamy taste of pure bliss.
Traveling? You deserve the absolute best. Enjoy maximum comfort in our new buses with more legroom, reclinable seats, onboard entertainment, and much more. Pick your preferred seat. Choose your preferred schedule. Travel on your terms. Ready for a premium ride driven by the best captains out there? Book now.
You're welcome back to the news. The federal government is set to regulate the social work practitioners in the country following the asking to the Chartered Institute of Social Work Practitioners Establishment Act 2022 by President Muhammadu Buhari. The act, to which established the Institute of Social Work Practitioners, is saddled with the responsibility of training and registration of persons aspiring to become social work practitioners in the country. The institute is also to determine the standards of knowledge and skill to be attained by persons seeking to be registered as chartered social work practitioners, among others. The Senior Special Assistant to the President on National Assembly Matters, House of Representatives, Nasril Babale Ila, in statement said the bill establishing the institute is among assented to by President Buhari recently. Ahead of the 2023 budget presentation, the federal government insisted that a petroleum subsidy would remain in place until mid-2023. In addition, the government will borrow over 11 trillion naira and sell national assets to finance budget deficit next year. The minister added that the federal government is proposing an aggregate expenditure of 19.76 trillion naira for the 2023 financial year, a 15.37% increase from the amount earmarked in the year 2022 budget, with a projected deficit of 11.30 trillion naira, 54% higher than the previous budget's estimated deficit. This was disclosed by the Minister of Finance and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, while appearing before the House of Representatives Committee on Finance in Abuja to defend the 2023 to 2025 Medium-Term Expenditure Framework, MTEF, and Fiscal Strategy Paper, FSP. She also said the government's budget deficit is expected to exceed 12.42 trillion naira if it should keep petroleum subsidy for the entire 2023 fiscal cycle. According to the minister, the government is proposing to spend only 3.36 trillion naira for petrol subsidy in 2023 based on the 18-month extension announced early 2022. Recall that last week, the minister had disclosed that the government was spending 18.39 billion naira daily on PMS. At least 30 people were killed and more than 200 injured in violent clashes that erupted in Baghdad's heavily fortified green zone. Heavy clashes erupted after Muqtada al-Sadr announced his retirement from politics in Iraq. Consequently, pro-Sadr protesters stormed presidential and government palaces located in the capital's green zone, where most diplomatic missions are also located. Iraq security forces said 4 rockets had landed in Baghdad's heavily fortified green zone, damaging a residential complex. The country's president, Barhan Salih, also urged calm, saying in a statement that the difficult circumstance that the country is going through requires everyone to abide by calm, restraint, prevent escalation and ensure that the situation does not slip into unknown and dangerous labyrinths in which everyone will lose. Al-Sadr, who has in the past positioned himself against both Iran and the United States, is popular in Iraq. And now sports. Nigeria's table tennis star Aruna Kadri will hope to be crowned African champion when the African Senior Table Tennis Championship starts off in Algeria later this week. The African Table Tennis Federation a few days ago announced Algeria as the host of the 2022 edition of the championship. African stars like Kadri, Omar Assar and Fani Kauku will be on parade in the men's category, while Fadwa Gassi and Sarah Afour will take the women's category by storm. La Coupole site Olympique, Algeria, will be the venue for the 3rd of September 3-9, 2022. Remember that you can follow news and program on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television Orca. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Orca. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. Log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And now the main points again. Stakeholders have commended Anambra State past and present leaders for their contributions in developing the state. Ashia has donated multi-million naira medical equipment to General Hospital in Uguku. Federal government has moved to regulate social work practitioners. Over 30 people have been killed, many wounded in Baghdad violent clash. Here's the special message before we go. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround, maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's it on the news tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Chidimma Orangwa. Good night.